We are so excited that you want to serve at Big Wednesday. Big Wednesday is a huge event within our student ministry that couldn't be done without you. We're praying that God moves and know that God's going to move in a mighty way, and you're going to play a role in that. I want to talk to you just about what everybody needs to know about showing up to serve at Big Wednesday. Here's the first thing. We ask that you would show up in a blue shirt. A blue shirt's going to help us identify you amongst other people. So show up in a blue shirt. We want you to show up at 5 o'clock, or maybe a little bit earlier, but 5 o'clock. Where you're going to show up is the front main doors. We ask that you would park, though, in the gravel parking lot. We want to save all the other spots for our students. So if you would park in the gravel parking lot, the northmost parking lot of our church, park there, head to the main auditorium where you'll show up to the connections table and you're going to get a lanyard just like this. Between your blue shirt and this lanyard, that will help us identify you as a volunteer. When you show up, you're then going to get your lanyard and you're going to head to the position in which you are serving. Make sure you look to where you're serving and show up to that spot. And when you're there, maybe there'll be somebody who will share a little bit more with you about what you can do, but also make sure you watch our corresponding video with where you are serving. Once you get there, if you got everything ready in the place that you're serving, just begin to pray over that area. Pray over the students that will be there. Pray over the night. Pray that God would break down walls, and just pray until students begin to show up. Well, students will show up at 5:30. At 5:30, we'll open our doors and they will enter the floodgates is what will happen. But they will come to registration and everybody will sign up at registration. This is something you can know. If somebody's not wearing a yellow wristband, they don't have a yellow wristband, make sure you point them to registration because they missed a big part. They can't do anything without that yellow wristband. So they get signed up, and let me tell you what the schedule for the evening is going to be. 5:30 to about 6:55, they're going to get to do inflatables. They're going to get to eat some In-N-Out burgers, have some cotton candy, have some snow cones, play some Gaga ball, play some 9 square. It's just going to be a fantastic time for them to soak up all the time they can. But at 6:55, we're going to direct all students to our youth chapel. Here's why. We're moving everything inside due to the weather. So in the auditorium, all the inflatables will actually be in the auditorium. Our 9 square will be in our children's building. There'll also be another inflatable in the children's building. So we're going to have to push everybody to the youth chapel at 6:55. That way, half of you are going to head to the auditorium, break everything down, and then set us up chairs. The other half of you are going to head to the youth chapel with us to help corral those students. And in that 30 minutes there, that we're hoping we can flip the auditorium into 30 minutes, man, we're going to make some announcements. We're going to play some games. We're going to give them a water break, and we're going to explain the rest of the evening for them. When we get the call that the auditorium is clean and ready to go, we will all head as a mass unit, and we need your help to make sure those students are getting herded to the main auditorium. We don't want them venturing off. We don't want them running to other parts of the church. We want them to head to the auditorium so they can hear the gospel. Hey, listen, that's about how the evening's going to go, and we are so grateful that you are coming to serve. Here's what I ask that you would do now. Would you go watch the corresponding video with the place that you're serving? Would you begin praying for the evening? Would you pray for other volunteers, but also the students who are coming? And know this, we love you. We appreciate you. And we're so grateful that you are choosing to serve with us on Big Wednesday. God's going to move in mighty, mighty ways, and you play a big role in it. Thank you, I love you, and I'll see you Wednesday.